So, Mark, hard work for a point today, but worth it maybe in the end. How did you see that one go?
I agree. I think, to be fair, we never knew they still had something to play for. And apparently we were talking to them near the back end of the half, and if they'd won all their games, then they would go up. So, fair play, and you could tell. I think the way they started the first half with the intensity that they went and pressed us and all over the park. I don't think we could really get the ball under control. And if I'm honest, we're lucky we're probably in at half time at 1. We've got a great chance right at the end to maybe sneak a one each. We had finally a good bit of passage of play, and then wee Scotty gets a wee chance and keeper pulls off a good save. But other than that, we just gave them a wee bit of a jag. Like, obviously we lose Jay at half time as well with a really bad knock within it, and I'm not trying to get boys sent off or anything. I think it's quite borderline, if I'm honest, between it, just with the way the intensity that he comes in and challenges him. I don't think he's never getting the ball, and I think if he's at ground at that pace, then it's a red. So it doesn't make for me much difference the way that he's the force that he's come in.
It's a facial note for Jay. A facial note for Jay.
As well, actually, this sounds crazy. I think he's actually got whiplash. His neck and back is in bits as well, and then obviously the sore head with losing a lot of blood through his nose, and it wasn't just running; it was spitting. So, and great, their physio team come in and really helped us out. So, aye, as I said, look, I thought the lad that done it was outstanding. Anyway, like in the game for Larkhall with a big 16, I thought he was great. He was everywhere in the park, and then obviously he takes his yellow for that, and then they were a wee bit quieter. The same as the way they managed themselves in the second half, not to get sent off, because for me it was go and get on the two of them. They've got yellow cards, they can't do anything, and they've done well to keep themselves on the park. We've got the wee suspect red card as well. That was a wee bit of confusion that caused the drama. I did look, he corrected it. It was a wee admin error, sorted it, and then it was a big flip. See, when you're looking at to lose a goal straight away after half time was a bit of a disappointing, but a good finish for the lad. But we pegged them back pretty early, so you don't let the game get away from you there. And I thought we were decent in the second half, but it must have been nervy for all the fans to watch. It was.
I mean, I've never been more keen to start a match at half time.
For the way it went anyway, it was end to end, and it was nerve-wracking for us as a squad. There was nothing really in it for us other than looking to go and try and win it, and Johnny will no sleep at night for the two chances that he's had to go and get it.
He did some really hard stuff and then didn't on those.
Look, the first
to be honest,
one,
like, everybody thought the ref would give him offside in the first one, but yeah.
First one, it's came through to him, and it's a wee bit of an angle. Second one, he's probably had just too much time to think about what he's going to do, and like that happens. But at the same time, like, props to Jack and the other end of the park. He's made some big saves at key moments. Again, they miss a penalty at 2-1. 3-1 probably puts the game out of sight for us. So there was a bit. One point it looked like with a penalty we were down to 10, and the game was probably going to get away from us. But that completely flipped with the miss, and then Logan Hunter's second goals, just a bit of, again, Logan Hunter magic.
He doesn't do tap-ins, does he?
Spins it, puts in the tap corner. So like, that's just what he does. So getting further up in the danger zone of the park, and he'll create. So again, he's finished the day with the set piece goal as well. Great delivery and for Mario for a tap in. So he's got another goal and assist in tap. He's 2 and 3 assists last week. So I think either team could have probably nicked it. Either way, they've had chances, and we've had 2 very good chances there with Johnny and other bits and stuff like that as well. But I think at 2-0 would have took a draw. So and I've said that to the lads. I think they've shown good character to come back for it, which we've done before. But in the way that game was going, the battle and stuff like that was out there, I thought they really stood up, and we were a bit bare bones as well. You could see that with the bench, and
that's going to be the
to
case
lose
going
Jay
forward
and stuff like that as well.
And Hammy as well, is that a bad one? Is it?
Obviously we need the assessment at the hospital, but he's heard the crack in the physio, again, felt like they were bailing us out with the serious injuries that we kept getting. Me said that she could feel that it definitely wasn't right, and I believe she's a lecturer at the college, so definitely knows what she's talking about. So we'll need to go and get it checked, but unfortunately it seems like that might be him. And it was up in the air. It's not as if he's fell on it or anything. Even I was talking to the centre half, and he said they had a crack in the air, and he said I thought it was shin guards or something like that, but well, unfortunately it might be his arm. We'll
I
wait
thought
and
he
see
might
what
have
they
hit his
say,
arm
but
off Corey, so you can understand it.
how he damaged it, but a shame.
And on better news today as well, Mario getting his first goal. It's nice to see.
First goal for it as well, and something that he'll say that he's probably no great at is his aerial ability, but he's went and took his header really well, and a key time for us as well. I don't think we created too much, but great delivery, great run. Joking aside, we're going. I don't know why he was at the back post for a tap in, because he's supposed to be doing a front post run, but I don't like these things just work out sometimes, don't they? And we'll take
the
it.
situation.
So good for him looking again, and sure you'll see shortly he's happy with his time here, and he's going to sign on for next year as well. And you're seeing that with the performances that he's got for a young lad. He's got a good sensible head on him, and he was joking saying that's first but last goal probably. But I know he's a danger, he's a threat, and he'll just get better as he gets more experience.
And going from here to the end of the season, just seeing it out, take the points we should be taking maybe.
Well, we challenged the lads during the week there. He say that's his 3 points away from our total for last year. So really, the idea is to try and get 4 and beat last year's total. So 6 points still up for grabs, and ideally we want to go and take both of them. But again, next week we play Kilsyth here. 2 teams that don't really have much to play for other than a bit of personal bragging rights against each other. They're usually tight games as well. I believe the last couple have probably been 1 each, 2 each draws. Tight ping, and then I think maybe Kilsyth to the better is the year before. They were actually the team, they were 3-0 up and we came back where Jack McLaren screamer, and they came back to 3 each, didn't we, down here. So are we back now? So they're always going to be interesting games, and at this level there's always going to be goals, so keep a look at, but I will be looking to try and take more points. As I said, they wee personal drives to go and try and beat last year's points total, and we're 3 points away, and after the first start of the year to about Christmas, like I wouldn't have seen us anywhere near here. So I happy the way the lads dug in and stuff like that as well. Look, I think it would have been absolute limbs if we'd managed to get a third and go in there, but that was some tension in the last 10-15 minutes of that game. So
I think that's the thing. The Maryhill fans were all like, "Can we stop the game now, please?" It's only when I saw the reaction for the Larkhall guys at the end I realised they were obviously playing for something. I mean, they're looking good out of Europe.
For it, I looked pretty gutted, and look, you can see that, and look, it's no desire in it to go and spoil the party or anything like that. The game, we're just playing a game to make sure that we don't get beat. As I said, I actually never realised that there was anything in it for them, but you could tell the way it is, and that's what I said to the boys at the end. Actually, a wee bit of credit to them to match that intensity. When the game does mean something for you, you're showing a wee bit more effort. And I don't mean that against us. Just you could tell that first half anyway that it meant something for them, and there was something in it for them. So to go and take it, I felt defensively done really well, and then but there's not much really we can do about the goals. I think the first one, our lads finished it well, but he spun them. He spun the 2 of those defenders pretty much a bit too easy for my liking. But again, you could say the same for Logan's for our second. Logan's just flicked it, spun the ball in, and put it in the tap corner. So sometimes players themselves deserve a wee bit of credit for how they work the space and they finish it away. So I don't think there was anything too cheaply. I think we've limited them. Alright, they've had a lot of shots and Jack's had some saves, but it's for distance, it's for outside the box, and you go back and then go, that's what you ask for your keeper, to push things onto the bar.
And you're happy with how
strong hands.
I mean, the defence has been kind of patched up or mix and match, but it seems to be working well.
Strong,
Nathan's
I
off
look
out
obviously
position.
looking at the day we've lost Duffy and we've not got Big Dempsey, he's back again next week, so that's good. Sean's carrying a wee bit of a knock, but I'm playing a right back, left back and a right back. But I thought again Nathan's done well out there, and sometimes you ask that. There's not much difference I think for fullbacks, but I think now the difference is having two solid centre halves within there. And that's what's allowing us to actually defend and play a lot better and look a wee bit more solid. And then we have a Dempsey back in is something that's, and Ross back for suspension is something much needed, but we're losing obviously. One anyway, I think we're definitely lost Hammy, and then Jay will be a TVC for how he is during the week, but it's not like one either for him. So, but the lucky thing is we're not playing for anything.
Yep.
Not playing for promo, we're not playing for staying up relegation or anything like that, so we've got the luxury to be able to.
So we can enjoy Kilsyth next week.
We can enjoy it. Hopefully it's not the same. In fact, you know what? Hopefully it is, because that's what fans come to watch, and it is that excitement. Goals galore and end-to-end football, and it can swing anyway. And the hearts in your mouth kind of material. That's the value of money that we talk about. But look, I think we'll agree we were probably all happy to hear that whistle in the end and just kind of fizzled it rather than went out with a big bang. Now they took a 94th minute winner, don't get me wrong, but and you see they went for it. They went 3 at the back and they went, I think, 4 up top. So then that's when we said to them, well, you still get something in here, and they were like, aye. So
you see the fitness in our guys as well. I mean, and theirs, but the pace that Scotty was still going forward and stuff at the end.
To match it, and I think that's one of his main strengths, is how he gets forward at right back. You know what I mean? In the overlaps, that's what don't call him Scotty goals for nothing. So he's very good at that side of the game as well. And look again, the intensity that Rab comes on and plays, and Corey as well, getting a sell in about like every. That's what we're saying. Although we were a bit short, squad numbers are and the quality that we've got there within it. It's great to go and have them for next year, and then it's just a case of building on top of what we've already got to go and kick on. Maybe have last year's start to this year's back end, and
that would be the dream.
Maybe they're in the right area.
That would take us up, no question. Yeah.
That's it. And looking, there's the talk of the restructure and stuff like that that's going to happen next year. But for me, all of that doesn't really matter. I've not had away through the fact that we've got the ambition to go and try and get the promo and kick on. Disappointed we've not been there this year, and that's 100% the target for next year, and that's all we've said to them now. The majority are here for next year. This is now building that momentum to go and kick on and compete properly.
Nice.
Aye.
In the meantime, let's enjoy next week.
Cheers guys.